Hey, Keep Singing members, how are you doing? Let's get our timer set up here and start it so we can stay on track. Okay, so last week, I this is technically the fourth week of the month, which is What's in Your Way week, and I thought that I would follow up on last week's core training stuff. There were a lot of nuggets last week that I taught about, and I thought it would be probably nice for you to have some more exercises for these things, for coloratura, for uh, going in between registers and feeling those things, etc. So that's what I'm going to do today. So buckle up. Here we go. I've got a couple of books here. I want to make sure that I have you draw from and some student records. Okay, so let's get our keyboard all set up over here. Now, let me turn this off. Bye-bye. Working. So let's talk first about the whole register thing. Okay, we talked about, I'm not going to cover what that means. Go back to week 3 of June in 2024, and you'll learn about that and what it means, what they are, how you yes, how you move from register to register. But the thumbnail version is register is just a name that has been given to the portions of your range that generally fall into the range that is covered when your larynx is in a certain position and when your body is resonating in a certain way. So you generally have heard of the term chest voice and head voice. You've probably heard the term mixed voice, middle voice, pharyngeal voice. You can interchange any of those with the word register, the word voice for register. Chest register, low register, low range would also be appropriate. Mix or middle, mix range, mix voice, mix register, pharyngeal register, pharyngeal range, okay? Then head, high voice, I was about to say chest voice, that's not right. High voice, head register, in any, so hopefully you're going to see a lot of this is nomenclature. Now the register thing, that was supposed to be kind of scientific-y, it kind of sort of is, but basically it's how your larynx is positioning itself and then how the body, the breath mechanism is coordinating with the larynx and where it is then effectively sending the sound waves to bounce around and resonate the most. That's what a register is. Okay, so the thing that most people are familiar with is that rake or the crack point, or where I move from chest voice to head voice, where I move from chest register to head voice, head register. Those are all the same descriptions of what is in bel canto method, the primo passaggio, the primary passageway between registers. There are many passaggi, so there's many passageways in between different positions that your larynx takes and where your body resonates. So just don't get too hung up about that, please. Your job is going to be to support everything with your breath and with relaxation of the laryngeal function, relaxing everything up here, supporting everything from down here, and allowing your voice to transfer the resonance. That is really the bottom line of smoothing out your range, connecting your range, connecting chest voice to head voice. I'm trying to think of all the different ways people have described agility and facility between and movement between the low portion of their voice and the high portion of their voice. The lowest frequency sound waves their voice can produce through not skipping to, but through the mid-range and into the high range of what their voice can produce. So I have sung the praises of lip trills and tongue trills before, but this is one application for those two things that you can do, actions you can take with your lips, jaw, mouth, breath, etc., that is really beneficial to every singer. Lip trills and tongue trills have so many benefits, so many benefits. I've expounded them before, so I won't belabor them now, but there are so many. So it behooves every singer to, if you can't do lip trills and you can't do tongue trills, to start now, to just try. There are very few people who really try. And when I say really try, I don't mean that you put your heart into it for 1 day or 2 days or a week and you do it for like 10 seconds each time. That ain't really trying. That is giving it it's not even giving it a fair shot. It's giving it the shot that you think it already has. In fact, you're shooting it before you give it the shot. You're shooting it in the foot. So, so when I say to really, those who really work on it will get it. I can almost promise you that. I wouldn't stake my life on it. I wouldn't stake my career on it, but because there's always those exceptions when you have the, the statistical analyses, you always have those exceptions on each end. These people may never get the lip trill. These people may never get the tongue trill. But generally speaking, and there may be some anatomical reason why those outliers may not ever get it. Okay, valid. Maybe there's an anatomical or neurological reason why it's not happening or won't happen. But for most people, it's, you don't believe it's going to happen. You don't think it can happen. It's embarrassing to try, so you don't. Okay. Don't be that person. Me. Okay. All right, so lip trills, tongue trills, these are going to be particularly helpful for you in accessing all portions of your voice. So the next couple of exercises are going to utilize those. I'm not even going to say that if you can't lip trill or tongue trill, you can buzz. I'm not going to say that if you can't lip trill or tongue trill, you can hum, because they don't do the same thing. So, well, we're going to do lip trills and tongue trills. And then we are going to do lip trills and tongue trills, and then what were we gonna do? I was gonna do something after that. I really should write these things down. I have them written down, but somewhere else. So lip, tongue. Oh yeah. Okay, creak. Okay. So we're going to utilize for today, I've taught the Rossini scale in other applications. Pause. Okay, so I went and found a lovely, lovely Rossini scale for us so that we could try this. So first, let's practice our lip trills and our tongue trills real quick. So lip trill is this. Think motorboat when you're a kid. Tongue trill is similar, but just with the tongue. If you notice, I kind of started the trill with a little bit of a D sound, but don't get hung up on it being a D. Don't try to say D, 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 because it is not that motion. It's the tip of the tongue. It's a flutter of the tongue. Whereas D, 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 is the flat part of the front of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. What we want is the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. So, and it's so fast that you cannot focus on D, the consonant. So that's what you're looking for. That's what you're aiming for. With the lip trills, if you have any problem, difficulty just getting a lip trill going, let's start that. Okay. So first you can start with just breath, like you're just frustrated. Okay. The second approach would be to um, just is to not expel all your breath at once. Kind of meter the air going out. That's the beginning of breath support. Now, if you notice, I get to a certain point and my lips kind of stop the fluttering and it kind of goes like all the air comes out of the balloon. To help that along, you can take your two primary fingers, your pointer fingers, and take them about an inch behind, 3/4 of an inch or so to an inch behind the corners of your mouth, right where your teeth come together. If your jaw is closed, you can jam your fingers in there and feel where they come together, but don't jam your fingers in there ultimately. So you just want to put your fingers there and then do the teeniest lift. Teeny, like a millimeter. Slightly in and slightly up, no more than a millimeter or 2 millimeters each direction. And all you're doing is taking the pressure off of your lips so they can flap. Okay, so let's try that again. Let me say this too. Okay, I just stopped. That was a real good roll. I could have kept going. Where you have practice, this is where your breathing exercises 1, 2, and 3 are really going to come in handy, and your understanding of the respiratory process and the vocal respiratory process, where voice breath support is, like what it is and how it is. So if you haven't learned that, go back and read that after this. Okay, so after that, go back and do that. That's really going to help both your tongue trill and your lip trill, because learning to meter your breath like that is breath support. That's the apogeo. It's the your rib cage expansion, and then metering the breath out, like slowly closing a bellows, just not jamming it all at once. All right. So, all right, now that we have established that, let's put some voice behind it. And you're more or less gonna hum and say, like, think buh or behind your lip rolling. Excuse me. And that's just to find a moderate place. Don't try to go real high. Don't try to go real low right now. Just get the tone flowing. Same thing with the tongue trill. When you do these, you cannot be smiling. You cannot be like all embarrassed. So do this someplace where you are able to do it privately. Pause, that's my husband. Okay, so sorry, that was husband with not good news about his car. Okay, you all know how that goes. Um, okay, so we've got the breath. We're metering out our breath. That is breath control. Go back to the breathing lessons, support lessons. All right, so let's actually get into these exercises. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and we are going to. I've got to share sound. All right, here we go. This is the Rossini scale, the lovely, my favorite. I adore it. We're gonna go back to the beginning. So this is female. This is for female voice, but men can also do it by dropping down an octave. All right, so here is where it's gonna start. Some women aren't gonna be able to make it down that low. Some of the highest sopranos may not be able to get down that low. Many will, but many won't. Younger voices might not be able to get this low yet, but meaning like elementary and middle school, but many can. Okay, so do what you can do. Don't worry about what the rest of the world can do. Do what you can do. Come in when you can join in, and leave when you need to. And then come back in. It's going to go up and going to go down. And jump in when you can, jump out when you need to, jump back in when you can, and jump back out when you need to. So this is going to be where the women are going to start. Here's going to be where the men are going to start. Here's how it goes. This is the shape of it. Oops, sorry, I'm in the key of F, not the key of C. Hold on. That's the shape of it. Think of it in triples. I can't do two things at once. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Little threes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you need to sway to keep the beat, sway to keep the beat. Now, the recording is going to go a little faster at its 100% speed, so it's going to go about this speed. Okay, the first one is going to be an example, and so what we're going to do is we're going to listen to the example, which is basically what I just played for you, and then we're going to join in with our lip trill or our tongue trill. You pick whatever you want to do, and we're going to go with it. Okay, it would be like this. Move up to the next half step. All right, here we go. Get your lips or your tongue ready. Faster than I said. Go back and forth between lip and tongue if you're able. The most important thing as you're doing this is to allow the resonance to transfer between your low range and your upper range. You're going to feel like you go. And there's the end of it. Woohoo! So when you when you are doing it, please feel free to move. That actually helps you relax. Don't move so much that you're jerking yourself all around, but a little movement is natural, normal, and part of our who we are and how we are made. Now, I want to show you this, which says it's Rossini scale. It's this. You see, it's the same scale, F3 to C5, meaning for the for the female voice, but it's focusing on the primary passaggio, the primary place where the female voice goes from chest registration to head registration, or chest resonation to head resonation and back again. Remember all that nomenclature. So this will just keep doing it over and over. I think it's like 5 times or something like that, so that you can practice allowing that transfer of resonance to happen with greater and greater ease, so that you are getting used to it, honestly, getting used to it and feeling how you can manage it, and feeling how what you need to release, finding tension points, letting go of those tension points. When you just kind of do it over and over again, you can do one repetition and then think, okay, what didn't go well? Like in a quick, you're doing this mentally as you go. The next time, try to fix whatever that was. And I don't mean by grabbing, I mean usually by releasing. Release the sense that you are going into your head registration. Release where you are moving from head into chest. So just you use it to practice that primary passageway. That's the big one. Okay, so I'm going to put the links to these, but this is what this does. Okay, demo, and it just does the same one over and over again. Think about your lips. You can think about your neck. Sorry, I accidentally hit replay. You can think about the movement that you're feeling. You can think of that sense of resonation. You can really just take a little time to focus on that one, the practice of that one thing. And there are men's versions of this too that I'm going to also put. I'll put links in the in our in the I'll put links on the module that gets released on the replay. All right, so that is one. All right, let's that's, you know what, that's all I have time for today. Sorry about the interruptions. We've got 25 of our 30 minutes, but I hope that the explanation of the passageways was helpful to you, the explanation of the nomenclature, the provision, and the kind of going over the Rossini scale. I love the Rossini scale. So many applications for it. I love that it covers so much of your voice. I love, 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 and appreciate and respect the lip and tongue trills, and really want all my singers to work on that. Really try, really try. Give it the old college try, like really try. And when I say really try, I mean like try it numerous times a day, every single day. Try it when you're in the car, when you're in the shower. Shower's a great time. When you are doing your vocal exercises, when you're washing dishes, whatever, gardening, just if whichever one you're unable to get to and just access and be able to do, keep hammering at it, keep hammering at it. Then when it gets to the point where you're about to be frustrated, stop. Don't go to the point of total frustration. Little frustration is okay. It's gonna go away someday. But when you're like boiling and you're mad, don't go there. Stop right before there. Pick it up again later. All right. Okay. Sincerely appreciate you. So in your corner. I so want you to succeed. Oh, I'm still sharing screen. I'm sorry. I always forget that. I don't always forget that. I forgot it today. I forget it frequently, but I don't always forget it. But I really am in your corner. Please send me your what's in your way issues. Please send me your questions. Please send me the things you need me to teach, okay? Because I've got my lineup and everything, but and I've got my sequential learning stuff, but if there's stuff that you need sooner than eventually, please send it to me. Q and A, all letters QANDA, at keep dash or hyphen singing.com. Keep-singing.com. All right. God bless you. Keep singing.